Good morning! I just submitted my final assignment for my course. That's 30% of my grade, and that means the 2 courses I was taking from January to March are done. Yeah, I actually thought I wouldn't be able to finish this morning, but I did. This week we were supposed to perform at SDSU, San Diego State University, but on Tuesday it calls for rain, and the place where they have the festival is completely outdoors. Like, there's no way to do it indoors. So that is canceled, which I'm really sad about. I was really excited to perform at a university and potentially get some university recruits. But either way, we still have a very busy week this week because this weekend is the Cherry Blossom Festival at the Japanese Gardens here. I'd say this is like the biggest event or festival for a lot of groups in the area. It's Thursday to Sunday, and we're performing Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday, I'm performing with the temple Bon Odori. So I'm also getting ready for that this weekend. It's 9:30 right now. I have practice at 12 for dance, and that's at the temple. So I'm gonna get ready now and then go there. This is my favorite sunscreen. One nice thing about being in the States is that it is a lot easier to get this kind of product here. Like in Canada, I don't think I was able to buy that in Canada. Today we have practice for the festival this week, and then it will also help us prepare for some other events that we have coming up. We're going to be performing in April at the Garden again, and then first day of June at the temple for their bazaar. I'm really excited to perform for that because last year we were not able to perform at any of the events there, and since they host our practice, I'm really happy to be able to be involved in those kind of events. This month I've spent a lot of time putting together a document and information about our search for costumes. Typically what we always wear is just like our team t-shirt and then happy or howdy over and then dark pants. And I think that looks pretty nice. I feel like it's been a really good solution for us so far. But I mean, some of the most exciting parts about Yosakoi is being able to wear these like really cool costumes, and that really adds so much to the dance and the experience for both the dancers and audience. And eventually I do want to design my own costume and have that be like a really signature look for the team. I think at this point it's too expensive. Like the costumes can cost, to make them, like 300, probably 300 minimum to buy these costumes, and you also have to usually buy them in large quantities. So for our team, we have like 20 to 30 people who regularly practice with us, but each time we perform, we probably only have like 6 to 10 people who perform each time, and so we really don't need like a ton of costumes right away. It is something I really want to do in the future, but I don't feel like I have enough information or enough of a clear vision of what I want yet to make it worthwhile right now. It just doesn't fit our needs. However, this is my plan. There are so many teams in Japan, and the way it works for Yosakoi is that every year these teams make a new dance that they debut and use at the festivals to compete and perform. And so what changes with that? Their costumes change every single year. So if you're dancing in Japan with a Yosakoi team for 10 years, you probably have 10 years worth of costumes. And so my plan is to try to contact teams in Japan and see if they can sell us like a batch of costumes from a previous year. I don't think a team would ever give their old costumes to another team in Japan, but part of the joy of Yosakoi is like spreading it and getting more people involved. I'm hoping that a team in Japan will find it really exciting and beautiful to be able to have those costumes get a new life in North America and be part of building the groundwork for the popularity of Yosakoi in North America. That's what I'm hoping. I put together this document that explains who I am, what I'm doing, and like why a team might want to contribute their costumes. My friend Yukako, hi Yukako, thank you, who I danced with in Toronto, helped me translate it, and then I put together a bunch of graphics and images to share online. I also included information about individual costumes and donations, so if somebody has old Yosakoi costumes that they're not using that they want to see used in somewhere else, then maybe they would like to support us with those things. We'll see. I think that wearing a costume is such an important part of dancing because it really, I mean, it captures the movement that you're trying to do, right? So like anything you do with your arm, if you're wearing a costume, it becomes a completely different thing. And I also think that having costumes will maybe get more people interested in joining because you know, they can see like the cohesion, the exciting visuals. And I think that's really appealing to people, is to get to participate in something like that. So keep your fingers crossed for me. I posted everything on Instagram and I created a X account for the team because X is more commonly used in Japan than Instagram or anything else. When you are leading a team like this, a lot of the work really is like admin work. It's emailing people, it's scheduling things, it's contacting, calling, you know, everything like that. I also want to make sure I still improve my own dancing, and so teaching dance does do that because people ask questions and you want to model, you know, the right dance for people, so it does make me be much more consistent and be a good model of dance. But I also am like craving a sort of like more coaching experience, or like someone to coach me. And so I'm trying to find ways that I can also improve or get, I don't know, be like a student for dance. I'm so happy that I finished these online courses because they're not that hard, but they just take up a lot of time. And sort of my strategy was like, okay, for January to March, or the beginning of March, it's like hunker down mode, you know? Get these courses done, get all this planning done for Yosakoi, get all this like prep work done. And then second half of March is when we get to perform and have fun. Okay, I'm getting ready now. I'm just gonna make sure I have everything I need. I started leaving everything for practice just in this case so that when I need to go, it's just easier instead of like, I had everything before in like a different storage box and then I would like put it in here when I need to go, but this is so much easier. So, okay, I have name tags, marker, and then I have my collection of Naruko right here. And then I just zip that up. So those are just in there, and then when I get to practice, I just open this up and people can take Naruko if they need. Oh! That should be in there. We're so lucky that in California there's Daiso, and Daiso has these Naruko, so they're all from there. They're really not the best quality, but like during our performances we do little workshops and we will give people Naruko to use. So I don't want to be giving out our like $30, $40 pairs of those. But these are great because it's like, what, it's like $4 for the set or for a pair. So yeah, so that's great that we're able to like hand those out, but they are very flimsy. Okay, and then over here I have extra t-shirts by them. I have larger Naruko here. I actually think I'm not gonna bring this because I think everyone has a pair. And then I have, these are our hachimaki. So this is what we wear. Why is this one so long? Oh, I didn't cut it yet. Okay, anyway. these are hachimaki. This is what we wear for the performance. So I'm gonna give everyone these today so they can wear them, be ready for the performance. And then I have my tabi here that I'll wear for practice. So I think that's everything I need. And then in this bag, I have my Naruko that I'm gonna use, and I always put like ties around them so they don't make too much noise. I have charger for this camera that I'm recording on, and then I have my wallet and like keys and stuff here. And oh, very important, I have the speaker that we use for practice, and that was charging. And then the charger and cords for my phone and the speaker. It's 10:50 now. It usually takes like 40 minutes to drive there, but I think I'm just gonna leave early so that I'm just there. If I can give myself extra time, that really helps. Okay, and the last thing for this bag is you. Hi, I arrived. I made an iced coffee before I left. So good. And I'm gonna make sure I drink water as well. I always try not to drink water or like coffee or anything before I drive. I'm really glad I brought a protein bar. I'm gonna eat half of it now. These are the best protein bars I've ever tried. They're expensive. I think one is like $230 USD. Hi, how are you? Okay, I'll go in soon. Okay. Thank you. Nice to see you. I say blah blah blah. This is the So this is Feicho Yosakoi, blah blah blah. Yeah, I think we can go even further back because I'm gonna. Yeah, we got more space. That's part of say blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. We just finished. I'm gonna eat the other half of this, and I brought cucumbers. It's like a joke in Toronto with people that I know that I always have a container of cucumbers, but it's just the best snack. Like, you don't need to cook it, it's portable, it's hydrating, it's delicious. So I'm a cucumber stan. I'm gonna eat this and then go home. Last time I talked, I was finishing up rehearsal and going back home. Drove home, got ready, and now we're gonna go eat some food. I'm so excited. It's fish. I think it would be really hard for me to live somewhere where I couldn't get good fish. And I was just replying to some messages about the costumes. I started doing this with no plan of how I was going to actually communicate with everyone, because if anyone has a more like complex question or like wants to talk, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. But you know, sometimes you just gotta go forward and then figure it out as you go. Good morning. It's 8:30, technically 7:30 a.m. because we had the end of daylight savings time this morning. I'm back at the same place I was yesterday for practice. Today I'm here for Bon Odori practice, and this is my second, and we're performing next Saturday. So I've really got to practice by myself as well. I've had a couple more people reach out about costumes, not like to offer them, but to like share the information with people, and that's great. I feel like if I can get it out, then we'll be in a good spot. I love being early. I'm still like 25 minutes before I have to go in, so I'm gonna drink coffee, drink water, and then get moving. Hello, it's now 4 p.m. and I got back home, did some stuff, went on a walk, and I've just now been working on admin work for dance. So I made this graphic for our performances coming up this Thursday and Friday. And you know, Instagram is so weird now because sometimes things appear on the profile as rectangles like this, but then sometimes they'll appear as squares. So anytime I make anything, I have to make sure it looks good in both formats, which is really annoying. And I've like looked this up, and I think it happens to a lot of people, but there's no explanation as to why. So anyway, that's the thing to think about with like graphics and photos, is anything that you've maybe created in the past doesn't look good anymore, and then anything now has to look good in like so many different forms and across different devices. This is the graphic I made. I'm really glad that in the last couple times we performed, we've been able to get some good pictures. So I think that's the thing that people really want to see, right? Is like pictures of people having fun. And so luckily we have a bunch of those. I finished The Hunger Games, the second book, and so we're gonna watch that movie. I've also been working on a couple other things. So I'll show you another like part of performing is that I make these like formations of how everyone's going to stand, and then I put everybody's name in a different color so they know where they're standing, and then like label it so everyone can understand. And then I'll do a different one. So like this is the one for the festival that's coming up this Thursday, Friday. And that just helps make sure that everybody knows where they're standing, and they can like reference this when they're practicing, so they can kind of sense like, okay, like maybe they're gonna be on the end or they're gonna be in the front. It just gives people a chance to prepare. I'm just gonna finish up some more dance admin stuff. I'm going to upload the videos from our practice yesterday to send out to everyone so they can see themselves dancing. And then I also have information about our performances this week, and then in a couple weeks to send to everyone. So like where we're meeting, what to wear, what to prepare, etc., etc. Pretty much everybody that is dancing has done the festival many times, so they're very comfortable. But there's still a lot of information to communicate about, like everywhere we need to go, just to make sure nobody gets lost. Hello, it's now the evening. I got work done, I guess, and watched, oh my god, we watched The Hunger Games, the second movie, Catching Fire. So good. I cannot believe the difference between the first and the second movie. They had so much money for the second movie. It was so good. I'm wearing my team merch for Toronto. This is our kanji. And I've just put everything away that I used this weekend, and I'm just getting ready for the week ahead. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm ready to get started, and I think we got in some good practice this weekend, and I'm excited for the week ahead. Bye.